Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, my subscribers on YouTube, peeps on Facebook, all the wrestling fans on House of Nerdom, WCC, and around the world. It is the dear UG here for his WWE Battleground pay-per-view picks. WWE Battleground is this Sunday night, live and only on the WWE Network, unless, of course, you don't have the network, and you decide to go to one of these stream sites and hope to God you don't get a virus and it doesn't crash. Anyway, we have a few matches to talk about, so let's get the show on the road. The first match will be on the kickoff, which I successfully predicted last week would be on the kickoff. It will be Cameron versus Naomi, the Funk versus the Funk. It will be the kickoff match, and thank God, because if this was on the pay-per-view, I would have been very pissed off. This is pretty much, if you watch Total Divas or you've been watching, you know this was going to happen. I'm going to pick Naomi on this one. She's more talented. Cameron, I don't see nothing good in Cameron, to be honest. I don't think she has any ring ability. When she was doing commentating, I actually almost fell asleep, so that's not a good sign. So yeah, Cameron should not win this match. If she does, that'd be the fucking upset of pre-shows this year. Moving on, the Intercontinental Battle Royal. Now, we have this Battle Royal due to the fact of, and Jack Swagger, this is on you, so fuck you. Wade Barrett was injured thanks to Jack Swagger, so Barrett had to forfeit the belt. Now, Wade Barrett will be at the pay-per-view to hand the title to the winner. In this match, we have Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, The Great Khali, Rob Van Dam, Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Ryback, Curtis Axel, Alberto Del Rio, Mr. You Gotta Believe in Bo Dallas, Sheamus, Fandango, Sin Cara, he's probably not gonna fucking win. Zack Ryder apparently will be on a pay-per-view, which I hope he's the first one eliminated. The Miz, Diego, R-Truth, Xavier Woods, Heath Slater, and Titus O'Neil. Now, I'm doing two picks in this one. Who is my favorite odds-on winner and who is my underdog pick? Now, as far as for the favorites go, there's a lot. A lot of people are probably going to favor Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, Ziggler, Del Rio, Sheamus, and Miz. I might even add RVD in there. And I'm going to add Ryback and Curtis Axel in there as well because they're a team. I don't think Sheamus should win. And even if and it's not, I mean, let's be honest. He's U.S. champion. He should not even be in this match. He should be defending his United States Championship. Whoever thought putting him in this match was a good idea needs to be fired immediately. This is not how you unify a title if that's your plan. It will be received very badly by the fans. And that's a fact. And I want to pick Cesaro, but with his last strings of losses the last few weeks, I don't know. My top three would be Miz, Kofi, and Ziggler. And I'm going to take Ziggler as my odds-on favorite to win it. He is my odds-on favorite. As far as for my underdog pick, looking at this list, I'm actually going to say my underdog pick may surprise people. It's going to be Bo Dallas. Yes, I know. I'm shocking everyone with that one. But it would be an underdog pick, and it would fit his character very well with him always going, Believe! Plus, remember, when Bo Dallas did enter the Royal Rumble a few years ago, who did he eliminate? Wade Barrett. So, wouldn't it be interesting if Bo wins the Intercontinental title in a Battle Royal, and when Wade Barrett comes back, they get the feud that they should have started after that year's Royal Rumble. I think it was the one with 40. So yeah, Bo Dallas is my underdog pick. My favorite odds-on winner is Dolph Ziggler because he's here to show off. Moving on, the 2 out of 3 Falls Tag Team title match. Now, this one's interesting because I don't know how WWE is going to plan this if there is a title change because in some instances, and I'm going back to WCW on this one, the Hollywood Blonde, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Flying Brian Pillman took on Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Yeah, I think it was at one of the Starcades. It was a 2 out of 3 falls match. And for the WCW Tag Team titles at the time. Flair and Anderson won the match, but since the first fall ended in a disqualification, the titles could not change hands. I don't know if WWE's going to follow it. That's why it makes it a little hard for this pick. You know, if there's a count out or disqualification, would the titles change hands? If they do, I'd be a little shocked by that. At least that's my opinion. Anyway, the team I have winning this match, you know, is the Wyatt family. Granted, I picked them last month and they did not win at Money in the Bank, but it was still a great match at Money in the Bank. This one should also be a great match, and I hope and pray to God it's not the fucking opening match. Because if it is, that's a slap in the face to both of these teams, because they're both very talented. I think it will go to a third fall, but Wyatt's will win this match. Moving on, we have the Divas Championship, as it would be AJ Lee taking on Paige in a, hopefully, finally we get a good long match here. Now my biggest problem with this match is not the wrestlers in this case, because both are very talented and both know what to do in the ring. My biggest problem with this match is the fact of this. Either way WWE goes, whoever wins or loses, I think WWE's in trouble. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I'm going to explain why. If Paige wins, you're going to piss off all the... And I know he's already said he's retired, thank God, CM Punk. You're going to piss off his fan base. And why I say this. Anytime AJ comes out from now on, because we all know she's married to Mr. CM Punk, that's all they're going to chant. It could be a great match, and the fans will not say, this is awesome, they'll just chant CM Punk. And that's what's going to happen. And it's probably going to continue to happen as long as AJ is wrestling, which is unfortunate because she is very talented. Unfortunately, if you have AJ win, on the other hand, you would be destroying Paige's character. I mean, I already thought you destroyed it once you had her lose the belt the way she won it, which I didn't like the way she won it to start with, nor did I like the way she lost it. I didn't think that was fair to either wrestler. Now, if it was me, I would have made this a submission match. Biggest problem is, and somebody pointed this out to me on WCC, and I kind of agree. This is starting to kind of sort of look like the Kurt Angle Brock Lesnar feud doing after WrestleMania 19, to where, you know, they had respect for each other, you know, no blah blah blah. Which, you know, they've been on nice gooey gooey, which is making me sick. And this is a hard pick for me, because I want to pick Paige, I do. Paige would be my pick, but I don't think WWE's going to do that. I think they're going to leave it on AJ Lee. You know, so if you don't like CM Punk, well, get ready to hear those fucking chants when she comes out and when she wins. Because they won't say AJ, they'll fucking say CM Punk, because the fans of today, most of the Punk fans, are stupid. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying the ones who will keep chanting CM Punk's name when she's out there. Makes me sick, and it's disrespectful to both of these divas, and disrespectful to pretty much anybody she's in the ring with, in my humble opinion. But I will take AJ Lee. Should be a great divas match. Next, Colonel Guile versus Zangief. Kid, you know that. It's Jack Swagger versus Rusev. America versus the USSR versus Russia. Now this one's interesting. We just saw Rusev have Money in the Bank do in a terrible fucking match, in my humble opinion. A match I gave a -5 stars for Rusev and Big E, because I thought that match was boring, dull, and made me want to take a nap. This one would not be like that, thankfully. Jack Swagger does have some wrestling ability. The biggest problem with this match, however, is this. I don't think Swagger's going to win. I would be very shocked if he won. Don't get me wrong. I've always liked Swagger, and I like Zeb Coulter. But I just think if you're going to have Rusev lose at a pay-per-view, it should not be a pay-per-view that, let's be perfectly honest, most people will not watch, even if they have the network. And it's not because of the talent, it's just, let's be honest, Battleground's not one of those big, not one of the big pay-per-views, and it's not one of those pay-per-views where there's a lot of excitement, you know. At least with Money in the Bank, TLC, Hell in a Cell, they get watched because of the match types. This one, there's really no match types. It's just a normal, straight-up pay-per-view. Nothing wrong with that, but I think this will hurt. And I'm hoping this is the first match, because to be perfectly honest, one of the first two, because almost all the title matches should be near the end of the card, in my humble opinion. Just me. But I'm taking Rusev in this one. Moving on. Chris Jericho takes on Bray Wyatt. I am taking Bray Wyatt on this one. The promo work's been great. I'm hoping for a good match. And as we know, Jericho has been known to put over the younger talent. He did put over Fandango not too long ago at WrestleMania. So keep that in mind. Should be a good match. Jericho's going to do the right thing, the veteran thing, and probably put Bray Wyatt over. Should be good. At least we know the promos have been great anyway. Moving on. And I know I should be talking about it more, but we probably would have more on main event. Moving on. Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. You know what? If you would have told me about 5 years ago when these two guys were on the indie scene together and said these two guys would be having a WWE pay-per-view match, I would have said no fucking way in hell. But, as we see, things have changed. Now this match has the possibility to steal the fucking show this Sunday night. Probably be the best match on the card. But I don't know who to pick. This is another one it's hard to pick because I like both of these guys in this case. I'm a big Seth Rollins and I'm a big Dean Ambrose guy. I remember watching them in the Indies. Granted, I'm not saying the indie name because, well, you know, that'd be wanting me to act like, you know, the Fonz and be cool, which I don't want to right now. So this should be a good match. Granted, there is a little bit of speculation. As we do know, Seth Rollins kind of tweaked his knee on Monday. We shall see if he's able to go or not. He probably will be. You know, I think they just did it for storylines. You know, the 4 people in the WWE title match can be in the, you know, have the end of the show. I'm going to take Seth Rollins on this one. Don't get me wrong, I love Dean, but Seth is getting the bigger push. Dean, to be honest, I think you should be facing Sheamus at the pay-per-view for your title, but that's just me. So yeah, I'm taking Seth Rollins on this one, but should be a great match. Last but not least, fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship. I'm taking Cena, guys. I know someone's going to be like, well, Doug, you know, Cena doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title. Yeah, I know this. But let's be honest here. And even the people who hate Cena have to be honest with themselves on this case. And this is why I'm picking Cena. One, why yes, Kane would probably be nice. No one would be really angry about it. But Kane is getting up there in age, and it unfortunately would not make sense for Kane to win the belt at this time. 2, Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton's been in the fucking title picture since SummerSlam of last year. Okay? Sorry, Orton needs a break from the main event. Period. Last but not least, Roman Reigns. Again, and I said it at the Money in the Bank picks, and I'll say it again now. He is still too green for me to say he deserves to be in this position. Yes, he's got the fans on his side, but let me tell you another person who had fans on his side in WCW named Bill Goldberg, who, well, yes, he won the championship, was probably the worst WCW champion, excluding David Arquette. Alright? Goldberg was too green, and he would admit it. I think Reigns, and now if this was 2-3 years down the road, okay, then Reigns I would be okay with. You know, I still don't like the guy. I'm not a fan of his. I don't like any of it. You know, it's not because, hey, you know, I'm some mortgages. I don't find him entertaining. But I think he's still too green. His mic work still needs improvement, and I think he still needs a little bit of ring work. Again, my opinion. Yours will be different from mine. Plus, like I said, he's still too green. And I gotta be honest, what has he shown to say he deserves this spot? And almost everyone says, oh, the Survivor System Warrior won. Yeah, that was the end of last year and the start of this year. What has he done for me lately? Nothing. Okay? He hasn't had his moment. And I'm going to be honest, the biggest reason why I'm taking Cena as well, we all know what's happening at SummerSlam. It ain't no fucking shock. It's Lesnar versus Cena. We've seen the fucking spoilers. We've all seen it. Thanks to some dumbass at WWE who I hope got fired, by the way. leaked it out, and of course I found out yesterday there was actually a leak of the SummerSlam promo video somewhere in Europe. That was fucking funny. So, yeah, I'm not saying what it was. You know, granted, we already know what it is if you pay attention to any social media group, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Almost every wrestling group on those sites have been talking about it since it's happened, so it ain't that hard to figure out. So at the end of the day, I got Cameron. Kidding, I got Naomi. See, I tricked you. I tricked you like I always do. I got Naomi winning the kickoff match. I got Ziggler as my favorite, and I got Bo Dallas as my underdog in the Battle Royal. I have the Wyatts coming out with the tag team titles. I got AJ Lee keeping the Divas title in what should be a great match. I got Zangief, a.k.a. Rusev, keeping his undefeated streak alive, but you know it should be decent. Bray Wyatt will defeat Chris Jericho. Seth Rollins will defeat Dean Ambrose, and Cena will keep the belt. Those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree? And I will see you next time, or at least for WWE, when we head to SummerSlam, baby, home of beautiful women in bikinis. And unfortunately, the Los Angeles Lakers. So until next time, this is the DOUG signing off. Woo!